people? It's your boy the Kryptonian Saiyan bringing you a review for One Piece chapter 271. And once again, Oda definitely gets, gets a round of applause for this one, man. So, Luffy, you big dummy, okay? I'm going to call this Luffy, you big dummy, volume 4. How the fuck do you not know you were eaten by a snake? How the fuck do you not notice that your shirt and pants and everything are half digested, acid eating away at it? What the fuck, man? Like, are you serious? Now, I ain't gonna act like I ain't just sit there and miss that observation. I ain't gonna act like that. I did. So, I guess we could say Kryptonian, you big dummy too. But the thing is, my girl Nami, right now I had to, get myself ready for it. Because my girl Nami was just like, you big idiot. Like, are you serious right now? Like, your shirt and pants, everything is being digested. You're punching the snake, getting it aggravated, which is why we were eating. And she's grabbing this dude by the nose. She's smacking him around. This was so hilarious. This was one of those chapters you read it and you just start laughing, man. I know cultural wise, a lot of Western viewers are probably going to see this like, oh my God, she's smacking Luffy, she's hitting him. Domestic abuse, domestic abuse. Like, it wasn't the Ray Rice thing. She didn't start an elevator cleaning service, okay? She didn't knock Luffy on the ground and start mopping the place with him. That didn't happen. This is more so for humor reasons. So you just got to take it and run with it. But I like how Oda even takes this and says, like, I know I'm probably pushing the limits a little bit. And the reason why I say that is One Piece at this point has started to expand out west. I like how Viz Media put that in there to where it's like, oh, it's being, put in some Western countries. And the culture is different than it is in the East. So seeing that, okay, like, that's nice. And how he had Aisa say, oh my God, you're barbaric. And then to have Gan Fall say, you Blue Sea women are so barbaric and you're scaring us. And just to see those reactions, that was cool because it's almost like Oda's poking fun at it. And I'm really curious to know, and this is my chapter question, try to keep spoilers out, just answer with a yes or no. But does Nami continue this going forward? If she does, I don't really have a problem with it. But one thing that I do have to say is I'm looking at the way that this chapter is set up, and one of the things I found very interesting is Luffy is in there with Nami and the others, and Gan Fall tells him it must be desperate times if somebody like you is the pirate captain. And the reason why I thought that was interesting is Gan Fall wants to fight Inri, okay? He's the former Kami. So what's to say that because he's underestimating that big dummy Luffy, okay? Because he's underestimating him, what's to say that when Luffy defeats him, Gan Fall doesn't have his opinion of Luffy change? Like, that will be interesting to see if that's going to be the case, because yet again we have someone in a prominent position underestimating, Luffy, Monkey D. Luffy, okay? So that was cool. That was cool to see that. Now for the chapter itself with the fighting, I like how very systematically all the goatmen, I believe it's the goatmen, they're being, taken out. We see this one where Zoro's just like, you're in my way, and he just mollywops the dude with one punch. The guy looks like he almost runs into it, and you have Wiper, and he's doing his best to cut open that snake and to rescue Aisa, and it looks like it probably just be Aisa. And I like how that takes place after we have the revelation that it was actually Luffy irritating the snake. So that was cool in itself to see. But what I found most interesting is as the goatmen are being systematically taken out, right? We have this scene where Zoro is going through different sword styles and he can't really land a hit on Ohm. And it speaks volumes to the durability of that cloud that he's using and how it's able to, change shapes and everything. But also the fact that Zoro is being pushed to this point. Like, we saw it to a certain extent earlier when he fought, but now it's just like he's got a legit challenge. I told you in this earlier fight, I didn't feel like Zoro was really out of control at that fight. I feel like at any moment he could have gotten it. I almost liken Zoro to Son Goku or Vegeta from Dragon Ball, where they fight more so for the pleasure of actually fighting. Like that's their thing. Like Goku's not this ally to good, nightmare to you. Like that's not his character. He just likes to fight for the sake of fighting. So I'm liking this side of Zoro, but also because he's fighting for Chopper's honor too. And now he's fighting to get Nami out. And I really feel like the way they're gonna get out is you have this one panel where Zoro is like, oh my god, the cloud whip, the iron whip, and the snake is in the background. I was just like, that thing can cut through anything. It's durable. They got to get them out of there. That's how they're going to get out, because they can't punch their way out. Luffy's shown that. Gan Fall flat out says they can't cut their way out. They can't cut their way out, but you can be cut from the outside. I'm betting Zoro in some type of way. I don't know if at the end of the chapter, what happened is Ohm was completely taken out by Zoro's attack, and Zoro's just going to get the whip and make some sushi out the snake. I don't know. I'd be okay with that, but I would like to see if Ohm is not out of it, okay? I would personally like Ohm not to be out of it, and Zoro to misdirect the attack and cut open the snake. That would be pretty cool, but given the mantra abilities that he's got, I doubt that happens. So I'm guessing the most likely scenario is that Zoro cuts them out, either using his own blade, which is, we know, pretty damn powerful, or using the sword that Ohm has. And just speaking of that whole showdown, what I thought was interesting is Zoro has a little bit of mantra himself, but it's different. I liken it to Rurouni Kenshin with the swordsman spirit, or if you go to, I believe it's Inuyasha. I stopped reviewing that, and I do want to say I have read the manga. Okay, I have read it. I've actually begun buying the DVDs and stuff. So I mean, I know about Inuyasha, and one of the things was like the swords crying, right? I believe it was Sayunga. No, it wasn't Sayunga. It was shit. I can't remember the sword. It's I cannot remember the sword. Okay, I cannot remember the sword. But basically, this sword Shishomaru was crying out. And Saiga, it was Inuyasha's sword. It was crying out because of the way it was being hit, and so I like seeing that right there. I thought that was pretty cool, just to see how Zoro is able to hear the sword and then to be able to follow it and track him down. That was pretty cool. It's like with Metal Gear with the Soliton radar. So that was cool just to see how Oda flipped the tables a little bit. But overall, pretty good chapter, guys. As always, if you like anything I had to say, hit that like button, comment, rate, subscribe, share. As always, thank you for watching Kryptonian Saiyan. Have an awesome day, guys.